no more sending money to Africa. And I kid you not, as soon as I made that decision and I started sticking to it, my life here
Welcome back
changed.
to my channel. How are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. Talk to me. I hope you're doing fine. Okay, my name is Uche. So straight to the topic of the day. So I saw this video of a girl or a lady, explaining herself. And she was complaining why, or she said that she would stop sending money back home to Africa, and she had reasons. She was explaining a video. She made a video that she would stop sending money. Do you understand? So people now attacked her and telling, insulting her that she's a hater, that she's a jealous person. I'll play the video just shortly, then we'll watch it so that we'll have a basic ground that will stand, or let's just have a clearer picture of what we are talking about. You get? So she was, explaining herself what she actually meant in that video. So I now eventually saw the video because she played, this particular video. And for me, I didn't see anything wrong. And I just concluded, yeah, that the people that actually would call her hater and all that would definitely be people that's fall in that category. That's because a clear conscience does not fear any accusation. Yeah. Okay, let me play the video. Let's do this thing sharp sharp. Let me hear your own, what you think as well. Okay, I'll be right back.
Right? Every time I go to Africa, especially lately, the lifestyle that they're living there is just ridiculous. So these people are the people that you basically feed, pay their rent, when they get sick, you pay for that and all of those things. But these people are living their best life out there. Like, I go there, they go to the most expensive hair salons, they go to the most expensive nail salons. They're living large, okay? Like, they're out there drinking like juices all day. Mind you, it's not like in America where you buy juice and keep it in the refrigerator. You literally have to buy like the canned juice every time, and they're not cheap. For us, it might be cheap when you convert, but for them, it's not cheap. So that could rack up to like one day of worth of food for the whole family. They're going clubbing, buying shisha, like spending $15 on shisha. That's like 150,000 there, which is a lot of money there. So they're doing all of these things, living this, glamorous lifestyle that you don't even have in America. And I just sit there and I look at them. I'm like, huh. I'm the one funding like half of this lifestyle, and I don't even have this lifestyle. So for me, it was about 8 years ago when I went there and I stayed longer. Then I realized, these people are not struggling. These people just need extra money to do all these glamorous things. I'm not living large, and I'm the one funding all of these expenses. So I made the decision that I'm not sending money to Africa anymore. So for me, it's like, unless you're really sick and I can see proof that you're sick, or something very urgent is happening, like literally something very urgent is happening, or it has to do with the children and things like that, then I will send the money. But just to send money and pay somebody's rent, or like things like that, I don't do that anymore. No more sending money to Africa. And I kid you not, as soon as I made that decision and I started sticking to it, my life here changed.
And you have family members back in your country, you don't need to feel guilty about not sending them money. Yesterday, I got a call from my niece, and I've never met her in my life. I've been in this country for 40 years, and I have never met my niece. And the phone call always begins the same way. How are you? She wants to know about me because she wants to sweeten me up in some kind of way. So she'll always start with me, but it almost immediately turns to her and how her life is so miserable. And here's the reason why I said no to her. One, they're always lying. Every time she calls me for something, it's always someone sick. There's always last time she got me, she wanted to move from point A to point B because the area where she lived at flooded. And she was like, I need to move to higher grounds. Can you send me some money? I sent her $400. Did she move? Nope. And here's the other reason why I don't send her money. Because they always call me. She'll always call me to ask me for money. But I never get an update phone call. I never get a thank you phone call. It's like, okay, did she receive the money? Did I not even Tia, I got the money. Thank you so much. I was able to move. None of that. I never get an update of what happened to the money.
When I saw the video, like I told you, I was like, bueno, I don't think there's anybody abroad that would not see reason we have, because at some point, if you're abroad and you're working, at some point you must have faced such a thing. Do you understand? Where people just call you. Maybe they are calling you. If they ever call you to ask you how you're faring, the next call will be, I need something. Like, we have this discussion, like with colleagues, with friends. Is that basically, even last 2 months, a day before we receive our salary, one guy just said that he's going to deactivate his WhatsApp because he doesn't know if his uncles and his cousins, they know the exact day that he received the salary. That immediately he receives the salary, they'll start calling him as if they use a kind of spiritual power to know. So he said that day he was going to deactivate his WhatsApp. Then when he finished doing what he wants to do, then he can activate it. So when you ask him if he doesn't have, he knows he doesn't have and tell you that he doesn't have. You get? So we all have faced situations where somebody will call you to ask you how you're faring. The next time is to ask you how, I need help or something, and the lie is on top of it. Then as soon as the person receives the money, vam, most people, well, some people don't call you back to tell you, I've received this money. So the girl was trying to say that she used to send money Africa, and she traveled home, and she discovered that the people she's even giving money are living bigger than her. Because we see a lot of those things. There are people you see the cage that they are living. That's like, if you see the cage, it will be like a place they put goats. A small cage, they put a goat. That's where they live, and they are making such money. And they are giving these people that are living big life. And of course, if you know me, you know that I'm all for giving. I always say that any wealth that you have that is just for you and your family is not wealth. You're not blessed. You're not blessed until you're able to extend hands. But then, wisdom is profitable to direct. I have come to realize that most people from Africa that ask people abroad, they see, some people anyway, that they see people abroad as a quick fix. I heard a man of God that said, is almost, it takes wisdom for somebody that you give money to understand that you gave out of your heart, out of like the one that you have. It's difficult for somebody that you give money most of the time not to think that where this money is coming from, there is more that is there for you to, give that certain amount that he asked or she asked. I don't know if you're getting me. So most of the time, some people always use people that live in diaspora as a quick fix. When they have a problem, they don't try to see if they can solve the problem first. I find it very absurd when people ask somebody, like, you fix a birthday party without even informing the person. Even if you did inform the person that you want to do a birthday party, and what you're asking the person to give you money to do a birthday party or to do a photo shoot or to do Christmas, these things are not compulsory to do. If you don't have the money to do them, why live that kind of life when you cannot afford it? Let me tell you a story. Some time ago, so we're in just a group like this, me, a Ghanaian and a Chinese woman. So we're talking. This Chinese, because here in Spain and where I live, 98% of Chinese people, they are living in their houses, in their homes they bought. So initially, I used to think that maybe they have an organization. Instead of going to the bank to take money, or the bank buying the house for you, then you pay interest. So I used to think they have a union that give them the money, then they will pay gradually. Now, so we're having this discussion. So the Chinese woman was telling me how much a certain Chinese person has saved. And we're doing the same job. I'm like, how? Me and the Ghanaian, we're asking, how do you people save like 100,000 euro, like in bulk? And they said, well, like, is it difficult? So she was asking us, why do Africans always complain that the money is not enough? So we started saying, you have to send to your family in Africa now. You have to help at least your cousins. And they said, no, that they don't. So my story, what I was trying to say is that I used to think that they have organization, but no. So how they buy houses, like if you have 50,000 and the house is 100,000 euro, if you have 50,000 cash, Like they save the cash. And they will go to another Chinese person, a friend, that also have that kind of 50,000 cash. They don't have any organization. This is the money they save by themselves. So the woman was telling us, like, why would you be giving money to your primo, your prima, your cuñado, like your in-laws and all that? Oh no, do you have a company? There's no organization. And 98% of them, they have their, like, good houses that they are living. Recently, one left. She has not even sold the one she bought. Like, she bought it, they said she bought it like 90,000 euro. That she wants to sell it now for whether 100,000 euro. And she bought another one of 200 and something thousand euro. And she didn't borrow money from a bank. It's just a group of Chinese people that come together. Then meanwhile, most Africans here, they don't have houses. They are helping, draining. Do you know abroad here, like for example, there's something I'm saving money for. And there are a lot of things I'll cut out on. I'll cut out a lot of leisure. But I found out that sometimes people in Africa, I call Nigeria because that's where I come from. A lot of people in Africa, calm down. A lot of people in Africa, they don't try to see whether they can cut down on their expenses because they have the mentality that at worst, they'll have somebody that they'll have somebody that they will collect. So it's not an issue of not helping. There's nothing wrong with helping, to be honest. But help when is necessary. Use your cabeza. Because at the end of the day, yeah, if anything happens and eventually you lose your work or you have an injury at the place of work and eventually you travel to, you retire and you go back to Africa, the same people, trust me, are the people that would tell you that you've wasted your time abroad and you didn't achieve anything. Give us never lack, of course. Give as much as you can, but it takes somebody that you need to stand before you can pick somebody. You get? So at any level you are, help according to your level. Don't help above your means. Like, I don't think in that video that the lady in question was trying to discourage people. Everybody has their sense now. It's not like he's trying to discourage anybody from giving, but at least he was just trying to, just for people that will stay 15 years and they don't understand what is going on. What she said was the practical truth. A lot of people that you see, they are asking you for money. A lot of them are living comfortable lives. So, as much as the economy of our country now is bad, like it's bad now. So if you can help. But I'm just saying generally. So the point is give, but you need to stand though. You need to stand if you're living abroad. There are people that you're giving money. They have 2 nannies, 3 nannies. If you have need for money and you have 2 nannies and you're asking somebody abroad that doesn't have a nanny, that cannot afford to, to bring a nanny, the person might decide to work 4 hours so that she can be able to take care of her. Then you have 2 nannies and you're asking the person for help. Why not send one away and make do with the one that you have? Do you get? So these are some of the things that people abroad might see, and when they travel home, then when they come back, like, what have I been doing all these years? But to be honest, while you're giving, don't forget yourself. Because at some point, I heard Pastor Apostle Justice Suleiman said this generation, they have short memory. They won't even remember that you're the one. Some of them won't even remember that you're the one that has been doing. So while you are giving, don't forget to build your own for the rainy days. If you have anything to contribute, let me know. Is the girl or the people in this video, if they made sense? If you're living abroad, let me know your thoughts on this thing. And have you had such experience? If you had such experience, please let me know. And if you think that the girl is also discouraging people, let me just know. I like my comment section. I want to know what you think in the comment section. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.